Hello, my name is Cynthia Segal, and I'm about to become your new favorite psychic. And what we're doing now for you is we're going to be learning how to do testing. And for your visual delight and to help me, I've invited two assistants. Here they come. Oh, all right. So the part that you can't see is that I've already raised their energy so that this is going to be a little gentler on them and a little faster. Now, if you give me just a moment, I'm going to do the same for you at home. Just give me a second. Okay. What we're going to be learning is, I call it training wheels for psychic skills. So it's like the training wheels on a bicycle, where you remember you got the bicycle and it had the little wheels on it, and for a while you were kind of like trying to find your balance on it, and then you did. So when I received these psychic skills, I asked if there was a way that I could help people remember, help them open up to all the psychic skills that they came with. And what I received was testing, or it's a very simple yes-no. Now I know probably you have a pendulum where you get yes-no answers from the pendulum. So we're already doing that. The only thing that I would suggest is that bringing this inside, so using your own body instead of a toy or tool outside of your body, will help you open your psychic skills faster. And basically all we're doing is asking a question, creating a space, and then receiving an answer. And in that space, I call it the space between thoughts, is where I do all my healing and psychic work. It's in that space that we connect to our higher self, or to source, or to God, or whatever you want to call it, your intuition. So that space, if you're anything like me, the space between thoughts is not very large. It could be quite tiny. And that's why it's important to go with your gut on the answer that you get, because your first answer was right. After that, your mind jumps in to say, well, I don't know, could it be, maybe, and you've had that with the pendulum. Even though it was a clear answer on the first one, you kind of went, well, maybe I should ask again just to be sure. Okay, so I'm just going to take this arm of yours. So we all know what's good for us makes us stronger, and what's weak for us, what's bad for us makes us weaker. Okay, so resist, just resist. Say, I love me, I love me, I love me.
I love me, I love me, I
resist,
love me.
Resist.
I love me, I love me, I love me.
Okay, do you feel how strong that is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now say, I hate me.
I hate me.
Resist.
I hate me, I hate me, I hate me.
See how you can't. Your body knows what's good for you and what's bad for you. What's bad for you will make you weaker, just as you saw Stella's arm going down. So that is a method of getting answers. Is this good for me? Is this bad for me? Which works great if there's two people around all the time. There's another method I'm just going to show you quickly, which I call the human pendulum, which I think you learned, which is you just find a comfortable position and you say, show me a yes, and your body will move in a direction. Go ahead, try it. Close your eyes. Say out loud, show me a yes.
Show me a yes.
And you feel your body move. It's really quite delightful. I like to ask, who's moving my body? All right, now we're going to do the same with show me a no. So close your eyes and out loud say, show me a no.
Show me a no.
Excellent. Now the interesting thing as women with show me a no is that we're not used to saying the word no. I know my upbringing really forbid me from saying no to my family elders, so I had to kind of always find a way to manipulate a no into the conversation. It would be like, well, I don't really think that, maybe we should, and how could we, and perhaps you would, but I never really came out loud and said no. So I found in all the thousands of people that I've taught this method to, that women particularly may not get a movement on the no. So if that just happened to you, the only thing you have to do is be more firm with yourself. In other words, show me a no, and your body will respond. So I want you to practice that. I call it the human pendulum, until you actually feel a yes-no movement. And please keep in mind that just as our bodies change through the month, your answers, the direction yes and no is, will also change. So I invite you to first start with, show me a yes, and then show me a no. Because sometimes it'll be like this, or like that, side to side, or forward or back. It's going to be all different things. So I invite you to check that out first. Now that is very handy. That's what I call the human pendulum. And it's really handy if you're not in a restaurant. So the waiter comes up and he says to you, would you like the chicken? And you go, oh, just a minute. And you stand up and you go, show me a yes, show me a no. Would I like the chicken? No. Okay, well, that's not really gonna work in all situations. So we've developed something just a touch better. And I know some of you are already practicing this at home. Perhaps you've seen where people go like this to get yes-no answers. That's great if you have two free hands all the time. I wanted something even better than that. I wanted something with one hand or using any piece of the body. So sometimes you're in a situation where there's people around you and you don't want to be seen doing the human pendulum or doing this. You can actually just rub your hand anywhere on your body and receive a yes-no answer. Isn't that amazing? So I'm going to show you how that works by doing this. So we're going to move our thumb on our first finger. It doesn't matter what hand and it doesn't matter what finger. You're just sliding it. So you want to move it like this way. Wait, stop. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the thumb is going across the first finger. Okay, got that? Okay. Now repeat after me. You have to get it smooth, so like it's comfortable for you. It might be the second finger.
Sticky.
Okay.
Second finger.
Good. Excellent. It could be the other hand. So play with your fingers until they're ready to play with you. All right. So here we go. Repeat after me. Keep your finger moving. Yes, yes, yes.
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 Yes, 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 yes.
No, no, no.
No, no, no.
Okay. Did you notice a difference?
It didn't move at the no.
It didn't move at the no. Did you?
It went like this and it got
It kind of got stuck.
It got stuck. Aren't they great? That's exactly it. So a yes is where your fingers are moving smoothly, and a no, your finger will stop. Or sometimes it'll move but we call it sticky, like it's not really sliding smoothly, but it's moving along. So now you have a very discreet way of getting answers to questions in any setting. So say you're in a restaurant, you can hold your hand below the table and just check on the menu, which item do I want to order?
Oh.
Isn't that great? There's one other thing that I would encourage you to use, and I usually don't share this, but I think it's fundamental to surviving in our environment. I invite you, when you're with someone who is sharing information, to say, are they telling me the truth? And get an answer on that. Because the person may not be intentionally lying to you. They may believe that what they read about or what they heard about is true, but it may not be true. And I know you've both had situations where you've read something and then found out later it wasn't true, but you believed it until you found out it wasn't true. So if someone approaches you with well-meaning opinion or information, you can always test discreetly. You can have your hand like this, or you can have your hand like that, or even like this. You could be testing, is this true? Now, you want to go one step further. you also want to ask, is it true for me? Because it may be true for them. It may be that they're allergic to cat hair, but it may be that you're not. So while it's true for them, it's not true for you. And having this little tool available is the best gift that I could give you. It's the training wheels to develop your psychic skills. Once you ask a question, then receive an answer, you are on your way to opening up to hearing a lot more guidance, to hearing chapters of information. And that's really where I want you to be, where you are receiving information all the time about every situation that you step into. So it goes further than, should I eat this food? Or is this person lying to me? Or maybe even at a lecture, you can say, should I go to this lecture? Because maybe it's not for your best interest. Even though you're interested in the topic, there's some reason you shouldn't go. And I have a great example of this one. There was a women's event that I'd been wanting to go to, and it was conflicting with a class that I gave. And one week I didn't have the class, and they did have their little gathering. So I'd been testing all week long, can I go to this gathering? Can I go to this gathering? Can I go to this gathering? And I was getting yes, 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 and I was so excited. So Sunday came, and I was doing hair and makeup and getting dressed and all ready to go. And I remember I was brushing my teeth, and so I just asked my guidance again, I'm going to have such a good time at this event. And I heard no. And so, because I get my intuition inside, which is why I invite you to practice this a lot, allowing yourself to hear it inside. So I kept asking, am I going? And I got a no. But I'm already dressed and ready to step out the door, and no. I'm not going. So in that case, I usually just say, all right, you better have a pretty good reason for me not going. But I'm not going to go if my guidance says no. That's the place where I am right now. I found out a few days later that the air conditioning broke a half hour before the event started, and there were 60 women in a small windowless room for 4 hours. I was very glad I listened to my guidance. Now, I'm going to go one step further with the yes-no. People say to me, well, if you ask a question and you receive the guidance, where's free will in all of this? Right? Where do I get to impose my will? And I'm going to give you My Definition of Free Will by Cynthia Segal. All right. My definition of free will is you ask the question, you receive the answer, and you choose not to follow the guidance, which basically puts you in a place of going against what you intuitively knew was best for you. So, in the example of the event, I could have gone to that event and found out that the air conditioning was off, or I chose to follow my guidance and not go to the event. So I invite you to try both ways and to see which one benefits you best. And basically, I invite you to do testing. Let's do it again. Yes, yes, yes.
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 No.
No.
Isn't that remarkable? Isn't that great?
I was like, flat no. Flat no.
Oh. I invite you to try this at home. And if you're not getting the same results, please call me, and I'm happy to set you on the path. It's as easy as you just saw demonstrated. Thank you both, ladies. Thank you. Bye now.